Dusty again. This sucks. Yes, ma'am. What do you do? Hey, bro, I tried Dusty again.
Hello and welcome to one of the special environments in college football. Clemson folks call this the original Death Valley. It is rocking in anticipation of this battle today. We've been tracking this matchup for weeks, thinking about a possible top 5 collision. Both teams have done their part, and now here we are, as we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. And the Tar Heels will kick this deep to get us going. Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback making adjustments down to what the defense is showing. Toss play to the outside. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. That's a design quarterback keeper. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Loss of 2. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Here's a throw underneath to the back. Brought for a loss after the catch on third down. Sets up a fourth down now.
Man, really good job here by the defense, flying around, recognizing the ball is out, and then making the tackle short of the first down.
Oh, and he's got some space here. It's a foot race. Yes, all the way to the house. Touchdown. And suddenly we have a lead change on that punt return for a touchdown.
Sir.
You know, sometimes the difference in a game can be the special teams. I know personally I get so caught up in studying the offense and the defense, it's easy sometimes to overlook how big of a deal field position can be, and plays like this can be to the outcome of a game. We all just got a great reminder.
Clemson, 0.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. And they've got the returner corralled. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Just great job by this defense defending this RPO. They sat back, and then they overcommitted to stop the run game, and it works out.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And the Soft were able to bring him down quickly. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Snags the quick throw. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. It's a short completion to the big tight end. The stop is finally made, but it's a big gain. Stopped at the 49.
Well, this is what you see all over college football and even up obviously in the NFL. These tight ends are really recruited as big receivers, and they can get one-on-one matchups, and they've got speed after the catch. This is a short throw. You can see what he does after the catch, and he is a tough matchup for whether it's a safety, a nickel, or a linebacker.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. 1st down, looking to throw the football. Looking for his big tight end.
Oh, come on!
The connection, that one is incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Looking to chuck it again.
Oh, my God, come on.
His mark there, incomplete.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Finds his target, and it's complete.
Where are you niggas at?
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the 1st down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
So no long field goal attempt. The offense is on the field to go for it on 4th down. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Trying for a 4th down completion. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And they've got him a sack to end the drive. What a play by this defense.
Love the aggressive nature here by this defense on this 4th down. The offense is going for it, and instead of sitting back, they decide to attack that offensive front. They get after them with a lot of bodies, and they're able to come up with that sack.
1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Now here's the toss play.
Damn.
They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Handoff here from the shotgun. He'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this 1st quarter.
2nd down. Clemson, 0.
Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. An important 3rd down conversion coming here in the red zone. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
How about the call here? They go with the screen on 3rd down and short. You don't see that called very often. They're not able to even complete the pass, so no chance at a conversion. So we got 4th and short.
And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
Chris, how about this? The offensive coordinator decides to run the quarterback on a design run to try to catch the defense napping, but the defense was not having it at all. Waiting for that play to be run, comes up with a nice stop to get the ball back.
And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. The last possession, they were stopped on a 4th down try. Can they get something going here? They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
To throw, it's Harris. Receiver makes the catch. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Man-to-man coverage, you run the drag route. You prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Looks left and finds his target there. That'll pick up first down yardage very near the 40.
Man, you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
About time this offense gets going. It's a 1st and 10. The pocket breaking down. Makes the catch downfield. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
He's moving out of the pocket. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. And he goes down right there. That's more than enough for a first down. Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Makes a quick catch. Got a lane. Can he get in? And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination, this quarterback and receiver, for a big day.
And he knocks through the PAT. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the 2nd quarter. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He'll return it from inside the 5. Returner tackled right there. That's where they'll start the drive. Tar Heels offense is back out on the field. Last time the defense got a big 4th down stop. Let's see what the offense can do this time. First play of the drive, he looks left for a completion. Breaking free at the 35. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defensive coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot. But I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
It's a solid run. Gives the offense a first down and a new set of downs. Quarterback drops back. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, this is great execution here on this screenplay to the running back to pick up big yards and a first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
First down and 10 now. On the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
Second and 10 here. Looking to throw again. Pass caught. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
And the Tar Heels are looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Tight end goes in motion. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
He's tackled at the 12-yard line. Second down.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute warning. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down. Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or do they have to settle for 3? Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Catch made on the right side. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Kirk, they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback. They'll start at the 25. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
After the loss on first down, it's second and long from the 22. Back to throw. It's Harris. And it's incomplete. And a very quick throw.
This is a great job by the defense, putting 2 defenders on the most talented receiver on their team. Make this quarterback have to find another option to move the ball down the field.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Running past the 35. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Inside the 10. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Perfect timing here by this quarterback. Great read. Puts the ball where his man can make a play on it. And they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
Automatic on the PAT. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. Now they get set to kick it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. The North Carolina offense is back out there on the field. Each offense has been clicking, scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. It's the running back in the flat. Made the catch, but he was surrounded for not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Looking to pass here on second down. Moving out of the pocket now. Throws the ball away, but not before taking a hit.
How about the defense's effort here? You're dealing with one of the more athletic quarterbacks in the country. Anytime he scrambles, you better have 3 or 4 guys pursuing the football. They do a good job of affecting his rhythm by pressuring him to the whistle.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
It's a good job by the defense here on this third down, and now it's going to bring up a big fourth down play and a decision here for the head coach.
And the Tar Heels will have to kick it away. That's the first punt today for the offense. We'll see if he can make a play on this return. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Ball handed off. That's a strong stiff arm. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Tigers will kick this away to get the second half going. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Carolina offense back out onto the field. And they start the drive with an end-around play. Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there.
The defense there showed incredible discipline on the backside contained, and that reverse wasn't going anywhere. Just textbook.
They're backed up. Second and long at the 19. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
The offensive line does everything they can to try to protect the quarterback to give him enough time to find an open receiver. But there's nobody there downfield. He ends up throwing it to the back. And how about the speed of this defense? Now you're looking at a third down.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. Ball is incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Well, it's a big stop here by this defense. Tie game, just getting into the second half, made some good adjustments, good awareness there on that third down play, and now it sets up a fourth down.
He's got some daylight turning on the speed, and the returner will be brought down. Powerful Clemson offense is back out there. The linebacker shifting around now. Handoff heading left. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And that run produces a decent gain.
Well, I feel like they call that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
That run sets up a critical third down play. Can he make it to the marker? And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's fourth down.
Well, it seemed like the offense is trying to throw some kind of misdirection with that run there. But give credit to the defense. They were prepared for anything, and they swallowed that running back up. Nice defensive stand.
They went for it and failed on fourth down earlier. Let's see if they fare better here.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider. Listen. Cut it.
Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Makes the catch, and the offense will keep this drive going. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down. This drive keeps going.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
They call the counter run here. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
The Tigers pick up enough to get a first down there. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense.
Ringo. Flex.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Will he score here? Touchdown, Clemson. That puts him on top in the second half.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back. But the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
He knocked through the extra point. The lead is 7, 21-14. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back.
14.
So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the Tar Heels offense is back out on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. He shreds the tackle. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
Short throw to the back, caught behind the line of scrimmage. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Offense moving closer to the line to gain after that catch. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Now the freshman threw it behind the receiver, off the mark.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
Offense going to roll the dice and go for it inside their own 40. 4th down, looking to throw for it. He's looking deep here. Oh, that one's picked off. Look out, he's got some space. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. The pickup is 5 yards, so it's 2nd down and 5.
Well, throughout this game, they've shown a number of their base run plays in the first half, so it's good to mix in the counter here in the second half. just in case the defense is starting to over-pursue. Keep an eye on if they pull that play again maybe later in this game.
Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
Any team that likes to run the toss and can do it successfully means they can win the battle on the edges. When you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner, they got it done there for a very nice game.
They'll run it from the gun. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
He'll hand it off. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. Here's the score. Clemson 21, North Carolina 14.
First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this 3rd down. Can he get there on the ground? And they pick up the first out of the 23, getting closer to the red zone.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. The pre-snap motion from the offense. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, and it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up a first down here on this next play.
And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. 1st and goal from the 9.
Hey, nice RPO here by the offense. Defense is going to sit back, make it easy on the quarterback, hand it off up the middle. Nice solid game. Stay ahead of the chains.
Moves to his left now, escaping the pocket. Forced out of bounds, just short of the end zone.
Ah, this is great. This is what the great ones do. Uses his legs to buy a little bit more time rolling to his left, and at one point, he flipped the switch from passer to runner. He got a pretty good gain out of it, too.
A solid first down gain sets the ball up close to the goal line. Can they finish it off here on 2nd and goal? They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's Exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
Urgency here. Got to cut into this lead. It's 3rd down and goal. And we're able to get him down.
Tell you what, for a tired defense that's been out on that field for a long time on this drive, what a stop there on 3rd and goal. It brings us to 4th and goal. And as a head coach on the offensive side, when you put together this kind of drive, you're this close inside the 3-yard line, you got to come away here with a touchdown.
And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a 4th down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decided to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
And the North Carolina offense is back out there on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. They'll test the right side here. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
One of the biggest plays we've had so far. Third down, and the crowd really getting into it. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. To get to a third down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on Old Reliable with that offensive line, and they come through for you.
And the Tar Heels have 1st and 10 here. Makes a quick grab. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays. But the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
Second down after that previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Just trying to get rid of it. Just gets the pass away, but
now that's going to bring up a critical third down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass. But you've got to come up with a first down.
Pressure moment for the quarterback. We'll see if he can stay calm and collected. Down a score late in the game. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Grab near the sticks. It's Nicholson. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
This is why offenses drill down on the 2-minute drill year-round. You want to have quarterbacks and wide receivers completely dialed in on down and distance, and especially the clock. You got to get out of bounds when you can to preserve it. They do a really good job of that right here.
The offense getting closer to a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Pulls it in. It's Burks. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, Chris, just like this in the 4th quarter, you're working this 2-minute drill. It's a one-possession game. Every single time you can get first downs and out of bounds. That's exactly what you do to want to move the ball down the field and eventually put it into the end zone.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. And it's intercepted. They read the screen perfectly. He's got some room and some blockers here. It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
Well, that defender deserves the game ball for that game-sealing play. Now all there is to do is run out the clock and walk out of here with a W.
And, of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. Tackle made after just a short gain. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long.
6-9-1, Gators score.
Handoff here from the shotgun. And they finally bring him down at the 5. Offense really threatening now.
Just keep churning these yards out. Playing with a lead here late in the football game. At the very least, you're thinking about making this a 2-possession game with a field goal. But keep eating that clock.
This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on 3rd down, trying to force a field goal. That's a design quarterback keeper. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a 1st and goal for this offense.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big 3rd down, know what you need to do, get the 1st down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
They can't punch it in on the ground. The defense holding firm there on 1st down. And the Tigers come into the final minute hoping to run the clock out here and win it. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. Returner trying to create good field position. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. And here comes the North Carolina offense back out onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Defense is coming after him. Able to get the pass away, but took a hit that time. So 2nd down after the incompletion. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
Oh, my gosh. They almost came up with another interception. They had a pick on the last drive. They're doing such a good job of baiting this quarterback into throwing the ball into coverage and then making a play on the ball. Let's see if they can keep this going.
Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day. Not a great return, but the important thing, the pick wipes out a scoring threat. They'll set the offense up at the 31.
Well, that interception really about cost them the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
A quick throw out left, complete. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. Well, this head coach told us we prepared well. We're ready. I'd be shocked if we didn't go out and play well. And he had a good read on his team. That's a big win.
This team was incredibly well prepared, and schematically, I liked a lot of the things that they did to counter how the defense was attacking them. Sometimes games can be won and lost thanks to a good game plan, and we saw how it made a big difference today.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.